Last time! We finished up Amiguchi's story, and I went to the wrong place. Let me try this again.
All right. Take two. Clack.
Last time! We finished up Amiguchi's story!
We started.
Such as it was! It just didn't end at all!
And then we started down Kisaragi.
And see, we get to do her final event after having unlocked the Idol in Orbit, Amiguchi's final one. And then we're going to deal with the next character who's involved with this specific beat the final bad guy event, which is maybe a little early considering how many other characters we have. Shinonome, period. That was a really long clause.
Why'd you add something after the period? Doesn't that signify the end of a statement?
Well, no, it ended the sentence. Then I had to start a new sentence.
Why didn't you end that with the period? Speaking of quibbling over punctuation, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
Question mark?
And I'm We Squared.
Semicolon! And I, comma, am the opinionator! Exclamation point! Okay, I'm done. Let's keep going.
Well, well.
Well.
So, Tomi Kisaragi, best girl, recently blackmailed Okino and took control of the entire situation. Because she is great. Well, maybe just she is great, not because she is great. Okay, maybe just...
Alright, you should stop now.
Yes, sir.
Period. Well, there's Miwako and Juro in the background.
Mighty Kaiju Daimos. They're showing it at the theater right now.
Meanwhile, the guy sleeping's like, go away, I'm trying to sleep. I don't care about your movies.
Oh, wow! This is the first judo event.
It is?
This is when he was talking to Kyuta the first time about Daimos in the beginning of the entire game.
Wow!
He's talking to himself again.
Yes! Vindication!
Oh no, we got proof of that a couple episodes ago.
Vindication!
I mean, it's still vindication.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point.
I'm considering dipping into emoticons, but then I thought maybe that's a terrible idea and I shouldn't.
Semicolon, parentheses.
Usami-chan, would you like to get crepes on our way home?
I'd love to, but...
Oh yeah, this was the scene that we kept referring back to, saying Miwako and Tomi knew who A was.
Yeah!
But considering what we've seen with Fuyusaka's story, right?
Yeah!
I've kinda got somewhere to be.
Okay.
Do you need something?
This is backwards!
Not really, sorry.
Yeah, and now he's considering this is straight up what we did. And he's just like, stack of papers. Cute guy. Tokisaka Shrine.
Wait, hold on.
And I'm...
One of those things is not like the other. Quick, get the stack of paper.
Stack of papers. Stack of papers?
No, you have to talk to Miwako.
Usami-chan, you've been acting strange lately. Are you okay?
Oh, and by the way, this music,
Yeah.
it's weird.
You seem kind of stressed out.
But you're just fine, right?
Hey, I'm worried about you. Iori-chan! Shall we go home together?
Now let's talk about cute guys so that Judo can overhear
I
us.
have plans. You too? Sorry, Miwa-chan. It's okay. I'll go home by myself.
Well, it's about that time.
Yeah, I should head out too. See you, Miwa-chan. Bye!
Something up? You're staring.
It's nothing.
Cute guy. Stack of papers, man, stack of papers.
It is your destiny.
The papers.
The stack of papers!
Morimura forgot them again.
He took the papers! This is weird. This is like the third time we've done this event.
Just from a different angle.
So... now what?
Oh, her school bag.
Miwako doesn't remember a thing.
Now to go to Okino and begin the evil plan to defeat Tetsuya Ida or something.
Works for me.
But maybe that's for the best. Miwako! I'm heading out.
See you.
Exclamation point.
Comma.
I'm late.
Dots.
We need to stop this right now.
Okay.
There you are. Back at it again with the skirt and wig, huh? What a weirdo.
I just didn't get a chance to change.
Uh-huh.
As I said, this is a necessary disguise. Bold words for someone who can't be bothered to make it here on time.
Sorry. Anyway, you're going to do this for me, right?
It's so weird how she kind of leans back and to the side when she points accusingly. It looks like she's preemptively dodging an attack.
Let's go. Get in position.
Let's see, she wanted to go back to Universal Control, or to analyze, yeah.
Yeah.
And this, of course, must be after Natsuno appeared here?
Yeah, wait, what?
So where'd Natsuno go?
Yeah!
Okay, so it's like this, right?
Uh-huh.
As Amiguchi and the Black Suits try to find a way out of the mainframe, Natsuno Minami appears. But, according to this, Amiguchi was left behind until Natsuno Minami showed up.
Yeah, so what the heck's going on?
You can't have until Minami shows up if she just leaves again without rescuing Amiguchi. I demand better sentence construction and grammar.
Kisaragi?
Amiguchi?
We squared?
Opinionator! We're so pathetic, aren't we?
What are you doing here?
That's what I should be asking you. Well, whatever. Who's that little cutie?
Hear that? You're a cutie, apparently.
Then Okino is like, it's not the first time I've been told that.
I'm not complaining.
Ah!
Hey, what are you doing? Stay back. They might be with the black suit guys.
BJ says he knows them.
So this was right after Natsuno showed up with him. They haven't had a chance to go back yet.
So what, did Natsuno like karate kick Man in Black A and Man in Black B? Where are they?
Well, they're probably hiding off screen too.
Natsuno?
I'm really worried about A and B-san.
Usami, you're here too? Why? This little guy led me here.
Sekigahara's robot?
I see. The two of them will speed up the process. Hello, Okino. I am like this now, but
You're Miura. Sekigahara told me.
what is your goal?
To save the girl trapped in orbit.
Really?
Then we are on the same path.
Interesting.
So Okino's whole goal was to save Tomi Kisaragi.
Oh, this is really confusing.
Amiguchi-kun surprised me enough as it is. But seriously, you too, Usami? I can't believe you're all time traveling.
This is actually where I'm from.
Whoa, you came from the future?
Does anyone else know about this stuff?
Well, yeah, a lot of people do, but maybe not necessarily at this time.
And then Amiguchi is like, these guys are full of crap. They don't like
Yeah.
traveling through time. They don't know anything.
Let's see. Yuki-chan from Class 1A? Miura-kun too.
Not that Miura, the other Miura.
What? That guy?
That guy that lived in my house for a week?
So you're here to help number 16 too?
My own Sentinel is there.
Sentinel number 17. So that's how it is. Both 16 and 17 were put into orbit.
And we know that 17 Yeah.
Yeah.
We were told that 17 was in orbit. We found that out in Natsuno's story, and we know that 16 is where Miyuki Inaba is.
Yes.
They went to an unknown man-made artifact in space.
We've briefly gotten a hold of it from here, but we don't quite understand what it is.
Number 16 would know the answer.
Last time we got through to her when I touched something over there. But now...
It won't respond. Not even with Kisaragi's biometric ID.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene when that happened.
Yeah.
And when she talked to herself and we didn't quite get it. But it seemed like Miyuki Inaba didn't get it either.
Right.
About where she was or what was going on, which is really strange because she would know that.
Unless there was some sort of interference going on. I mean, because if this is after Tetsuya Ida, like, locked her up and messed with her, then maybe that interfered with her AI or memory somehow, potentially?
But that was a long time ago. Tomi is talking about the time when she was here with Miwako and Nenji and was sent back by A.
Okay.
That's when this thing happened. Also, can I just say that it's fantastic to just be able to call her Miyuki Inaba, because then it's so clear who we're talking about, even though that's not her name.
She's completely inaccessible now.
See, that's the case now, but that's not the case back then.
Right.
Hugh Amiguchi may know the reason.
Yeah, because Monimura's been feeding you memories.
You wanna know why? Ida did it himself. He shut down her Sentinel.
Yeah, he just wanted to make it so that she got out of the way. He'd never let anything happen to her, however, and he'd certainly never do it himself, because as far as I'm aware...
He's the one who kind of created her.
Well, she is Ida's motivation.
Yeah.
Ida, huh?
Yeah. Something about authorization?
He must have used his security authorization to issue the command. So that's what happened.
You created the Sentinels. Perhaps you can clear the authorization.
Worth a try. Help me out.
I'm trying to think about if Miura has met everyone yet, because that was supposed to spread the authorization code.
Oh, you're right.
It's pretty hard to keep track of that.
Yeah, especially with the winds being so disparate.
I just won't worry about it now, I guess.
So, why are you here?
I can't turn down a cry for help. Especially not from the one and only Miyuki Inaba.
Miyuki Inaba? You mean that idol?
Well, yeah. She talked to me through a TV program.
By the way, I know you're like really mad at me for that time that I groped you and stuff, but she's kind of you, so, you know, that's weird, huh?
You guys call her number 16, but she's actually another you.
There we go.
Thank you.
I knew it. That song.
Yes?
It sounded a little different in the style of the 80s, but it's just like when I sang back in middle school.
There we go.
And Inaba. That's my username.
It's something that she had noticed. Whether or not she was comfortable putting the implications together. But somebody so utterly action-oriented and go as Tomi Kisaragi should be able to just ignore things like that.
Yeah.
I became an idol? Seriously?
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
That's not the important thing to focus on right now.
Well, it's like they said. Ida wanted to remake her the way that he wanted her. And that way, she's a serious idol, not some big forehead, braided, dorky looking girl. Don't get me wrong, she's my favorite character in this game. It's just that I can see why people would prefer, this. I'll take her the way she is, however.
I agree. Speaking of, in between episodes, didn't you get an S rank on that stage? So don't we have the Meteor mystery file to look at?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, by the way, it's really hard to play that Twin Tail Seaside Vacation stage when you've primarily got G2s and G3s. Still S-ranked it though, but boy, it was tough. So, Meteor.
Uh-huh. That does appear to be how they arrived, but I somehow suspect that is not the Meteor to which Miyuki Inaba was referring to, because it made it seem like it was a much bigger sort of thing.
Well, nobody ever referred to a meteor.
All right, fine.
You
But when
just-
it turns out to be something bigger, I reserve the right to tell you I told you so.
Yeah, that's really it. You just wanted it to be something big, which I totally understand. So if it does turn out to be something big, you may do a dance.
All right, I'll take lessons.
The preparations are complete. Kisaragi, as you scan your ID to grant access, the authorization will be reset, and the Sentinel will reboot.
So what'll happen to Miyuki Inaba?
Go ahead and unlock it.
Here goes.
I guess the restrictions on her will be lifted?
No good?
The Sentinel started up normally.
I see. Ida-kun shut me off.
We all came to save you. Sorry it's a little late.
Thank you.
Access is clear.
Don't worry. Universal Control doesn't suspect a thing. To it, this appears to be a simple video broadcast.
So you're Miyuki Inaba?
Also known as Tomi Kisaragi. Just like you.
Please tell me, what is all this? What's going on?
I would like information as well.
Do you trust me?
Well, you're me, right? I won't get anywhere if I can't even trust myself.
I was shifted to the orbiting command ship.
Command ship.
Ah.
For the second phase of the Interstellar Development Project. It's an artificial satellite that presides over terraforming.
Terraforming?
The very ground you stand on is proof. The second phase was a resounding success.
No way.
So we're not on a ship anymore, we're on a ship on a planet.
That seems to be what she's saying, yes.
Which would mean that the Deimos really are terraforming like they're supposed to, but they also want to terraform over this ship.
I guess.
So the D-forces were used to develop land.
Originally, yes. They were designed as heavy machinery for that purpose.
To be fair, the other times that I have seen this type of plot point used, it's actually always been a weather computer as opposed to a terraforming excavation machine. But
You mean it's really true? We're not on planet Earth. Huh?
I've seen it with my own eyes. The whole city's less than 30 kilometers long. I thought it was on a spaceship, though.
Unbelievable. What about the other countries I'd been investigating?
Yeah, that seems like it's important.
so Okino didn't know?
Yeah, that seems a little weird, doesn't it?
So how did Okino know what he knew? He's from a previous loop, so this is just like the Sector Zero data Okino being popped up. But we thought it was the same Okino that we saw from way back when in those flashbacks. So who the heck is this one? Well, we've got Hijiyama, in which we find out the answer.
Most assuredly.
Universal Control alters the information you receive. It does whatever's necessary to make things appear consistent. Shukun is telling the truth.
So
From here,
Okino's memories of investigating other countries are fake, is what she's saying.
So they are on a spaceship.
On a planet.
Yeah, okay, that's the
Yeah.
only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see the entirety of the residential ward system. All of the terminal controls, too.
You're able to control the satellite from your Sentinel?
It does have some limitations, of course. But it is possible.
Oh, so it's a person made into an AI controlling a giant robot piloting a shuttle.
Because I'm Tomi Kisaragi.
Huh?
She's the one who designed the second phase of interstellar development.
Aha!
Well, everyone else seems to be involved somehow in this project.
She was a terraforming researcher. Watch this log of hers.
February 8th, 2188. Continuing my report from yesterday.
See, and that is why the normal Tomi Kisaragi is just fine.
I ran the simulation. This was our 25th terraforming attempt. We believe the planet is a Type 57b.
Oh, a Type 57b.
Yes, of course.
In order to reach a habitable state for humanity, the process took 1,800 years. A bit longer than hoped.
Ooh.
Wow, so it really is. Like, I guess I had pointed that out, but hearing somebody say that is crazy. It's just been thousands of years.
No further issues up to this point. Oh, and I almost forgot. At Professor Morimura's suggestion, I updated the system on the command ship. It's set to monitor the final phase. Surface facilities. Before any harm may come to these facilities, it will determine whether the final phase needs to be redone.
Ah, before any harm may come to the facilities, as in what we're on.
Yeah.
The command system determines if it needs to do it over. And if it has to do it over, it just does it over.
Okay, that makes sense.
As the professor always says, it can't hurt to be safe. Work has been coming along well, but I honestly can't wait to return to the surface.
What was that?
A log from Tomi Kisaragi in the year 2188.
She said some curious things, like redoing the final phase.
You heard correctly. There's no turning back.
Well, what now?
The command ship will fall below the horizon soon. We'll be disconnected for quite a while.
Are there any measures we can take?
Yes. But I believe there's only one way through this.
And what's that?
Universal control. It needs to be altered.
It's the only thing that would work at this point, right?
Yeah.
And the only ones who can do that are all of you. Trust in me and get into the Sentinels.
Alrighty.
So what was Natsuno doing there?
That's a good question, actually.
So looking at this and thinking about it, there were an awful lot of AIs controlling those Sentinels in the Battle of 2064.
Yeah.
Miura, Kisaragi.
Well, I guess the ones that were being remote controlled weren't AI controlled, but
No, that was a different
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Weird, huh? Okay, I guess this wasn't Kurabe's starting event, but wonder when that happened then. I guess he just frequently is standing around like swaying, doing those spirally despair eyes from Danganronpa, talking to quote-unquote Kyuta Shiba, saying, yeah, Mighty Kaiju Daimos is playing at the theater. And
Don't you ever compare those two characters again! Exclamation point.
well, I guess it turned out to be a little anticlimactic.
Well, only a few of the people's climaxes have actually been climactic so far.
For instance, we still haven't gone to stop Tetsuya, Ida, and rescue Yuki.
Correct. However, that's probably what this is going to be.
Now, not this one immediately. We're probably going to do one, and this will get us to this scene.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I'm sure her final event will catch us up to the end. Also, this right here, just like Mr. Ida, don't forget when that happened. Here.
Oh.
The stuff we've just been doing is up here. So it's like, after this, the event we just saw, Shinonome, it like wakes up with no memories of anything here.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that.
Oh, I pointed it out at the end of last episode.
I hadn't even thought about that. Who are you? What's going on?
We had a conversation about it, and I guess you just forgot what happened because you've slept more than once.
What's going on?
Since then. And you ate, too.
But yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I'm sure that context was... Let's move on! Every human being eats and sleeps.
If you say so. And who knows when this is?
Right?
Easy. Take your time.
No!
We'll never get the surveillance footage.
Presumably we'll get something now because stuff will happen now. Whereas it wasn't before. Maybe. I don't know, man.
Asekigahara.
Asekigahara. Asekigahara. Stack of papers.
Tomisaka Shrine.
Akun is a year younger than me. And a childhood friend.
Oh, she knew this.
How could I think he was the culprit?
What made her forget that? Well, it has been a while since we've been here.
Yeah. Plus, her brain is just deteriorating.
Well, she was chasing AS-426 all this time, and then she remembered who he was. But the next time she wakes up, she'll have forgotten, I'm sure.
If Asekigahara isn't 426, then who's the one that messed with the Sentinels?
Well, we know the answer to that.
Mr. Ida.
Tokisaka Shrine.
Cute boy.
He didn't die in 2064. He helped me when I got here. How could I forget something that important? My head. It hurts.
Oh, not this again.
This should make me feel a little better.
God, I couldn't even go 3 seconds.
About Mr. Ida. Where is he?
He's been missing ever since the battle in 2024. You don't remember?
Guess it's time for the most stack of papers he has.
Are you all right?
Figure out what to do. Something has to be different though, because we had to unlock some more stuff.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I guess I'm
Stop
going
following
to the
me.
third
That's
floor.
not happening.
So it's just gonna be the same. So I need
We
to.
need to exit the hallway to the staircase to the empty cafeteria. Something there will lead to the place we have not yet been, which means we need Miwako to run distraction.
Ah, no!
Other direction, other direction.
Darn it!
What do you do on your days off?
I'd rather not say.
Okay.
Do you like sweets?
Was she here before?
I genuinely do not remember because it's been so long.
I guess not.
Empty. I guess they're done selling. My head. It
God.
hurts.
I'll just keep it that way for a second.
That girl.
You work for the same organization, the bad guy?
Shinonome, what are you doing?
What?
Those black suits? They're looking for you.
Yeah, because the last time we... Wait a minute, what happened to those black suit guys?
Yeah, why were they still working for Ida after he abandoned them in the past? Boy, where were they when...
Yeah, when Miyuki Inaba was talking.
The Universal Control took care of it, it's fine.
Oh, actually, maybe that's it. That actually isn't completely plausible that Universal Control is like, these people can't be here, poof.
Yeah.
But this is after Shinonome helped Amiguchi get to Ida, after Shinonome had decided she couldn't trust Ida.
Yeah.
For me?
But wait, that also means that Yuki's been rescued.
Yes?
How'd that happen?
Well, he didn't really have any reason to do anything to her
he
after
wasn't-
he got back with her.
I guess not.
It's not like she was in danger.
Who are you? What are you talking about?
I'm an undercover agent for the SIU too. Did you forget that already?
Maybe this is before Yuki was taken?
Sorry, undercover agent? I can't go on. My head feels like it's splitting.
Oh, yes! The best content! Being ultimately
It's empty.
confused!
That was the last of them. I need to get more pills before it gets worse. The nurse's office should have some.
Four Eyes has something on you. That's why you've been forced into being a spy for him?
Four Eyes?
Tetsuya Ida, from the Special Investigations Unit.
Mr. Ida. But why would he...
You really don't remember?
I think
what
that's pretty
about when we
clear.
shifted back here? In the science room?
Can you remind me?
Please.
Instead of someone remembering, someone else is reminding them.
So this is right after.
What in the hell?
Right? Isn't
Yeah.
this... We managed to pull this off remarkably chronologically, didn't we?
Sakura High, Sector 4.
The first one you set up. The gate in the science room.
Omiguchi's not here. Shit, we left him.
I can't believe how we accidentally made it so chronological.
What do you mean, accidentally?
That's right.
Tell me the truth, Mr. Ida. Am I just being used? Because if that's what you want, then I don't care. But... you having feelings for another girl?
You can use me for whatever you want, but if you like the wrong girl, I'll have to kill you.
Yeah.
I can't accept that. Mr. Ida, you were just going to throw us aside, like nothing. Also, you could have a do-over. With her.
Shinonome-kun, just take a breath.
To be fair, she is right.
That she is.
She can be upset about it all she wants, that she doesn't get to be used by her slave master. That's pretty weird, maybe a problem, but the thing is she actually saw through everything else.
This is all a big misunderstanding.
Ever since I saw the recordings from the lab, I can't take it.
You're confused. You need to take your pills and calm down.
I don't remember if she went to the lab. I guess we're gonna find out that scene next.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
I've made my decision. I know what I have to do.
Oh, obviously that's the case, because it was right after that she showed up at Amiguchi's. And because because Amiguchi 100% would be the person she would go to if she's been to, the lab where Ida made all the androids.
Right.
Stun mode deactivate.
Oh!
Wait, Shinonome-kun.
Goodbye, Mr. Ida.
She's kind of crazy, isn't she? Like, for reals crazy?
Yeah.
Oh my god, she killed him!
Well, that's the end of Tetsuya Ida, I guess.
Kind of anticlimactic, but it did solve the problem. So she just ended up murdering the guy that jilted her. Conveniently, that was probably the best thing for the world, but she still just murdered the guy who jilted her because he jilted her. It was her mistake that she thought that he loved her.
That's correct.
But then she even killed him for it. Conveniently, it turned out okay. I don't know what I think of stuff like that.
So, do you remember now?
No, there's no way. I shot him?
Yep, then you booked it out of there. Anyways, Four Eyes wasn't budging. I had no choice but to call in the black suits.
Is Mr. Ida... is he okay?
How would I know? I haven't had any contact with him since.
No. I couldn't have.
I suppose we'll find out what really happened later.
Well, it's hard to imagine he's okay after that. Might even be dead.
We saw what happens when you blast an android with the stun mode on the phaser off. It blows them to pieces.
Yeah.
I still don't really understand. Why'd you do it?
I saw a recording.
That this time around she happens to remember, but when she wakes up, she probably won't.
Yeah.
A recording of what?
No. Stop. I don't want to remember.
Uh-huh.
No more. I don't want to.
Well, better.
Gosh, poor thing.
There's
Her
no time.
life...
I need to hurry.
Her life is awful.
I need to find as much as I can today.
And this time, this is one of the times that she was out looking for 426, and, you know, she had, like, confronted... Oh, well, who knows when this is? This is one of the times that she was going to Sector 1... No, it's
Sector 1, 2105.
I have no idea why she's here.
She's the most unreliable narrator of all the unreliable narrators in this game.
Because I was thinking that it was, like... Sector 1 is 2105?
Yeah.
I was thinking that this was in... I was thinking of the times that she kept going to Sector 3, but this is in Sector 1, and I don't know why she... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's okay, Damon.
Where did I leave off?
We know she was running around here and there and everywhere.
Accessing Mr.
And that she
Ida's
can.
research.
So this happened at some point for a reason.
Okay. Log 3214. And the next one is...
Seriously? She is going to this place right now so that she can read up all about the past of the man that she obsessively, slavishly loves.
Uh-huh.
And she's apparently read 3,213 logs prior to this.
Research on AI?
Gotta do it in order. No spoilers.
The data's gone. Strange. The log just ends here? The most recent log is from 3 years ago. Anything more recent than that has been deleted.
And this is why she can control them that one time?
Maybe?
Well, that happened at some point!
Well, yes, but I don't know if this is why.
I guess it was before that.
Good thing I had my gun.
And she could have found this out such a long time ago.
Yeah, because her memory is just freaking Swiss cheese.
And for some reason, she just happened to remember it.
Until she wakes up and forgets it again.
Well, she could have woken up and had this memory, and that's when she went after Amiguchi to go after Ida. But how could she control them that one time? You remember the time I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
During, like, the Nenji and Miwako and Kisaragi and Sector 3
said she was being used, so maybe Universal Control was making them follow her because it served Universal Control's purpose?
Weird.
Or Ida.
Or something, yeah.
They shouldn't have been able to get in. I locked the passageway door behind me.
Wouldn't it be Ida that was doing it? That was giving her that control?
Maybe. We don't know how much control Ida has over the... Well, actually, no.
Who says these are Daimos?
Right.
These don't look like they would help with terraforming at all.
That's correct. In fact, these look like the androids that he freaking created.
Yeah, so, you know...
Yeah, that's why I stopped, because I realized.
The surveillance camera. Maybe there's something on there.
Surveillance footage!
Yeah! Finally!
The surveillance footage from when I came here last. Found it.
Us getting it now only fits with how scattered her memories are, considering how early it was.
Morimura and Renyagoto have been here a few times. So they're the ones that opened the passageway. Okay. Maybe if I keep going back through the footage, I'll find out who deleted the logs.
Well, yeah, and then she uses this information over here.
Woo!
I apologize for having to use this body. I did not anticipate that 426 would take yours from you.
It's Tomo.
I'm sorry. You made that body just for me.
No, I'm the one who let my guard down.
Oh, no, it was Tomi. Remember, he jumped into Tomi's body first, and then jumped from Tomi's body into Tamao's body.
Well, he still made an android for Tomo. No, you're right.
This is Tomi's AI.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like Tomi.
That's true, but that is the events that happened.
I'll make you another, right away.
You should make bodies for the others, instead of me.
Yes, well, unfortunately,
Because that's not Tomi Kisaragi.
they no longer need bodies.
Because of the Sentinels?
So you're aware.
You're going to trick the UFO into thinking it's being controlled by the compatible.
That is kind of how he had to do it, wasn't it? Wasn't that what Ito was saying? That he had to use somebody else's
Yeah.
ID, like Amiguchi's specifically, but he could do it with somebody else.
Right.
By putting our bodiless friends into the Sentinels.
That's right. Although I'm still unsure how successful we will be.
So that means that the AIs that are talking to them in battle is the previous iteration of themselves, not them.
Oh goodness, that's weird. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I get that they say that we were initially told that they were just hearing the voice in their brain, but what you say could be right. Alternately, it's that he hasn't. Well, I mean, it does seem like it would make sense for Miura and Kisaragi, where we know that happened to them, but maybe it did happen to the others. I don't know. That would be really interesting if you're right. I'm not positive it's the case, though.
The UFO is not easily deceived.
Then put me into a Sentinel too.
Don't be ridiculous. If you're discovered, you'll be removed as a foreign entity.
See, it's not Tomi Kisaragi.
Okay.
If it's not the right voice, then it's not that person.
Well, fair enough, but...
It's too risky. Miura and Hijiyama can handle it. They lived as humans in an era of war anyway.
Ida-kun.
It's Okino.
That is his voice. But it says Tomi Kisaragi right there.
Look at me. I'm not Tomi Kisaragi anymore.
You don't sound like Tomi Kisaragi. Who the heck are you then?
But if I transfer you into this world's Tomi Kisaragi, everything will be back to normal.
Why do you have a different voice?
My research has been progressing. You'll be able to come back.
No. Absolutely not. How could you even consider it? She's still me. Sacrificing someone so I can take their place. I could never forgive you for that, Ida-kun.
Tomi.
Please. Put me into a Sentinel.
I'll think about it. Anyway, I need to make some adjustments.
We know that's how she ends up in a Sentinel, but what's this voice? You know, we missed our perfect opportunity to refer to her as Ryoko Shinonome. Billy is trying to make facial expressions at me that are funny. You can't see them.
Just use your imagination.
I'm gonna shut off the power for now. Why can't you see? The only person I want to save is you.
Like I said, she is his motivation. Why did he change her voice? Her voice didn't naturally change? When would it have naturally changed?
I think maybe you're hung up too much on the android voice, David.
I don't know. No, I do not think that's correct. That's like randomly in a scene having a voice actor or having a different voice actor portray a character for no reason. Or in a movie, or let's say you're watching a TV show, in one episode, one of the stock characters is portrayed by a different actor for some reason, but not in the next episode, and you're like, well, why'd that happen? I think you're making a big deal out of it. You don't just change people's voices.
That's a good point.
I don't care who has to die for it. None of this means anything if you're not here. It's just as he said. If I had just put her in another body from the start, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, 426 said, why didn't you just put her in a body, like a flesh body? Then she'd never have known and wouldn't have disapproved.
Her original consciousness data is still in the UFO. No. What if we just start over? From the beginning? From that day. Then I can transfer her data into the new Tomi Kisaragi. She'd never have to know. We just need to reset things. It'll all be better that way.
Ah, the time loop. Well, this says he died. I'm inclined to believe it.
Really? I'm inclined not to trust anything this game tells me.
Yeah, this takes place when it seems like it would take place. So she was like, just like Mr. Ida right after shooting him.
That makes sense.
Shinonome is just as obsessed with someone who's just not that into her as Tetsuya Ida is. No, it's like in both cases, the other person most certainly... Okay, so the original Tomi Kisaragi really did love him at some point, but enough time passed and she can never see him that way anymore. Because of what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to stop. This isn't right. It's not that time anymore when I really did love you. Then there's no way that Ida doesn't think that Shinonome is valuable, but he doesn't seem to be particularly warm with her.
In any way.
But to be fair, he doesn't seem to be warm with anybody since achieving the age he has achieved.
Since he's determined that humanity is a cancer or whatever.
Well, that's a little bit different than, well, I'll just reset the entire world so I can get the specific Tomi Kisaragi that I want. There's nothing stopping him from just going after a different one because they're the same person, but he literally wants the exact same person.
Yeah.
Now normally, this is not a consideration you have to make. I mean, haven't we had 1,800 years worth of Tomi Kisaragis all coming from the same basic data?
It would seem so, yes.
I'm not saying that they're not different, but I'm just saying it doesn't have to be the one with the same memories anymore, does it? Well, I guess I can see why it does. It just, when there's 1,800 years of them, that doesn't move me as much. Well, because the person that he fell in love with was that particular Tomi Kisaragi.
Yeah,
the one
it wouldn't be the new one.
The one that was in his memories that he did those things with.
Yeah. It's a huge mess.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it, is that it's a huge mess.
The human heart is not so simple.
Well, let's get on with it. We probably won't finish this one, I think. We'll get it started.
Yeah.
And we'll finish it next time. And as expected, this has that same unlock condition as, the final two for them.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Dramatic.
Shinonome-san?
No Renya.
Oh, that's because we're in Nurse's Office 1 where he's not here yet.
Surveillance footage?
Tokisaka Shrine.
Stack of papers.
That's right. I saw something important. I can't remember. Maybe I should go look again. It was in Shikishima's underground facility in 2105.
Oh, so she straight up is just going to go back and look at it
I
again.
just need to
Okay.
get to the gate. They said the gate's been sealed, but what if it's a lie? A way to try and keep me here.
And now, because for some reason she remembers that there was some surveillance footage, she wants to go do that.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
To the gate. Just blow you guys off.
Okay, well. Just waltz right in here.
Oh.
If Aseki
And now she remembers this.
426.
Oh, yeah.
Like, seeing the gate made her remember for some reason.
I knew it wouldn't work.
What are you doing?
Morimura.
I locked the gate. You won't be able to use it.
I knew it. It was you. You disabled the gates, not 426.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
Stop being ridiculous. You need to take your pills.
You can't just let her wander around then.
Exactly. Don't give her so much freedom if you're gonna do this.
I won't let those damn mind-controlling pills screw with my head anymore!
Who told you that?
I saw it for myself. You're trying to mess with both me and Iori Fuyusaka's heads.
Oh yeah, that memory transfer. Now, she meant her own memories. Morimura meant Morimura's memories were being put into Iori Fuyusaka's heads. We had misinterpreted that at the time.
Right.
That we saw that scene.
She's getting worse. The code that infected the Sentinels in 2064. It separates the nanomachines from the rest of your brain.
Right.
Your memories will keep disappearing. Those pills you've been taking, they inhibit that separation.
They honestly don't seem to be doing that much.
They try to preserve the link, but its effectiveness has been gradually decreasing.
No, I won't believe anything you say. Where's Renya Goto? Are you screwing him up too?
It was you, you know. You were the cause of the infection.
It was her, huh? Oh, that's right. We also remember from this scene. Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to find it. Well, wherever it was one where they found something from the original Shinonome from 2188, like the actual 2188.
Yeah.
Where she was basically spouting all this.
Like, I'll destroy the project because Mr. Ida abandoned me, sort of thing.
Well, maybe that wasn't what she said that for. Why did she say that? But she definitely had said that she wanted to, infect the system. So it is the original one's fault.
Yeah.
I just can't remember where the scene was, but... Well,
yeah, I remember the scene you're talking about, because we saw the 2188 version of her.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to see exactly what she said now that we have more context, but we'll probably get it.
You inserted the code that 426 created.
No, just more lies.
It's true.
Goto. You were conspiring with Morimura this whole time?
I've told you the truth a number of times, but you weren't able to accept it. You couldn't hold on to the memory.
That's a lie. You messed me up with those pills. You made me confused.
It's all there. You just have to remember. The code that infected the Sentinels. DD426. You were the one that gave it to Sekigahara.
You're lying.
Well now, this seems extremely important. Like, here, we'll actually find out why she thought that Sekigahara was 426 and exactly what happened with the Battle of 2064 and the infectedness, and that's why we're totally stopping.
I knew you were going there.
Period.